And it's not the first time this year.
Rob, are you putting any of this on the OC? And also, I guess just another question for you that I'm interested in knowing is what version of Sam Darnold do you think we will see? Because Mike McDonald said, I don't want to take the playmaker out of Sam, but I also want to be careful so that he doesn't put a play in jeopardy. So kind of a two-part question, but just responding to Brian, and then what do you think we'll see from Sam in the next game?
Well, I think if you're going to have the most explosive offense in the league, that's going to come with some degree of risk. I think the fact that they have been prepared to play the way that they have at times has obviously led to a lot of success. But when it was almost a perfect storm of errors and mistakes and good defense, I suppose, by the Rams as well in this game, which led to the meltdown. I am a bit worried about what the fallout to this game will be. I hope they don't feel that they have to now be really conservative. But it's easy for me to sit here in my office and sort of say that. The Seahawks could play, as Brian sort of alluded to, quite a boring brand of football here and lean on their defense, and they possibly would have won that game if they'd have just run on every down, like basically on the reverse of the Raiders last night. They may well have beaten the Rams, purely because the defense played so well and played the passing game off that. But if you go down that road and they lose a game in the next few weeks, we'll get the opposite of what we're having today. We're having a conversation about the passing game and should have run instead, maybe. I can remember if you think back to the game against Jacksonville, and people were complaining in the fourth quarter because the Seahawks were running the ball instead of throwing it, and they said they should have just put it on Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba to finish the game off, that they were being too conservative. I think people were making that argument against Arizona in the game there where they won on the road. So I struggle sometimes. I was happy to criticize Ryan Grubb last year because it was a freaking mess. This year, I think Clint Kubiak, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. There were a couple of times where immediately after Sam Darnold, I think it was the jump one actually, where I was thinking, why are they not just running the football here? If you run it and you get a couple of yards, you could try the barnyard again. You could, you've got all sorts of things there. There's no need to sort of do and also the passing plays at times. You're thinking, is there not something a bit more high percentage in this situation just to get yourself a first down, get into the next set of downs, especially when the bloke had already thrown a couple of interceptions at that point. But there's just been so many good things about this offense that I'm going to sort of avoid, I think, criticizing Kubiak too much. Darnold's got to play better. And now he's going to have the pressure of when they play the Rams again in a few weeks. The whole week is going to be, can Sam Darnold avoid 4 interceptions? Can he avoid melting down? Can he actually play this team? I wouldn't want to be in his shoes that night.